Is the Stampin' Up! Stencils to make a card, and I'm going to be using just regular Stampin' Up! Ink and the sponges. Now you could use the stipple brushes if you would rather, but I find with the classic inks it's just as easy to use the sponges for this technique. So I'm masking one ornament that I've already done. You can see the paper here. And I'll show you that after I'm done this. And here's my second ornament that I'm going to do. And I'm going to do this using Bashful Blue and Brocade Blue. So I'm just going to take my sponge and tap it in my ink pad. And then I'm just going to sponge all the inside of this ornament. So I'm using a combination of the Vintage Ornament number 1 stencil as well as the Vintage Ornament number 2. Just because I wanted the ornaments to be a little bit smaller on this card. So I'm going to just fill this with Bashful Blue. I'm trying to not have my sponge lines show like by going in the same direction, but I mean it will be covered, and I'm going to do a little bit of shading and you'll see the design on it too. So there's my Bashful Blue, and now I'm just going to take some Brocade Blue. So it's a little bit darker, so I'm not going to be quite as generous or forceful with it to start off with because I don't want it to be too dark too quickly. And I'm just going to go around the edge here. And this is going to help make it look like a round ornament, and also like that there's shading here where the other ornament is overlapping it. I'm just going to come along the bottom. And again, less is more sometimes, and you can always add more if you want. Oh, you can hear cool there in the background. Okay, so that is, there we go, the base of our ornament. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to use just the kind of decoration, I don't know what this is called. I'm going to peel this off, and you can tape it down if you're not comfortable with your, comfortable is the right word, if you're not confident with your holding this piece down. So now I'm going to just, again, using that Brocade Blue, but now I'm going to go really dark. So I'm going to use lots of the ink, and I'm just using this little stencil to add the decoration to the ornament. And if you wanted to, you could then, of course, go over this with Night of Navy. Just add a little bit more shading if you wanted to. So I've got my Brocade Blue there, and I'm just going to add a little bit of Night of Navy there just to add a little bit more contrast. And again, I'm just using the same sponge because I went from lightest to darkest. So I'm just going to take a little bit of Night of Navy, just kind of around the tips. Add a little bit more of the dark color. Okay, and there you have your stenciled ornament. And you can see here I did this one in Pale Plum and Rich Razzleberry. And you've just got yourself a really pretty and soft Christmas decoration. And I'll show you how the card's going to go together in just 1 second. Okay, so to assemble our card, I've got a piece of Pale Plum cardstock here, 4 1/4 by 11. I have a piece of Designer Series paper that's 4 1/4 by 3 inches, and this is in the Bashful Blue. And then I've got a layer of Rich Razzleberry and Bashful Blue here, which basically covers all of the designer paper, but it's subtle enough down here that I wanted that to show. And then I've got my stenciled image here. Okay, and I just stamped from the 4 Holidays stamp set, the Greetings, Season's Greetings. And I'm going to take my basic gray marker, and I'm going to use the thin end, and I'm just going to draw the little string hanging down. I never try and make it look too straight because I never get it to look perfect. So I've got my string for my ornaments, and then I'm just going to top it off, and I just did the Bashful Blue taffeta ribbon. So I just pre-tied my bow, and I've got a little glue dot here on the bottom. I'm just going to stick that on. Oops. Make sure my string goes all the way down. And I've got myself a really sweet, kind of different Christmas card. So I hope you like it, and I will see you again soon.